Hello, what is up guys? AbleDoASarm here today, back with another Black Desert video. Today's video we're going to be taking a look at how to swap over your pen gear in Black Desert from the Jatina Pen Boss Gear Exchange quest line. That is a mouthful, I don't know how to say it any better than that, but basically, let's say you picked the wrong piece of armor from the initial exchange and you want to swap it to something else, wrong weapon, etc. How do you go about doing that? It's super simple, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Just quickly, if you have no idea what I'm talking about in this video, basically, a few months ago, there was a new event sort of quest line that was added. It's not an event, though. It's a permanent feature that allows you to upgrade all of your boss gear up to pen gear following a season server. So you can exchange the Tuvala gear that you got, as well as any Tet boss gear pieces that you have, into full-on pen boss gear. I actually just completed the Crescent Blade the other day. Gets your name on it and everything. It's just like if you upgraded it real deal. So eliminates all of the RNG from the system entirely. If you want information on how to do this whole quest line, I have a full-on separate guide on this. It's down below. This is only if you screwed up and picked the wrong thing. So with all that preface out of the way, if you talk to Jatina, who's the main NPC of the questline, and click on the chat option, you will see something that says I exchanged the wrong gear. It'll tell you to go talk to an NPC. If you don't know who the NPC is, it is the NPC located at the southern tip of Tarif. So you need to make your way over to that NPC with the piece of gear you want to swap. You cannot have started the questline with the piece of gear you're going to swap. So in this case, I have already started my Griffin's helmet upgrade next. I'm up at item reform level 2. You can see in the midway point there. I cannot exchange this again. Likewise, you can only exchange one time. So I took the Muskin's shoes from season number 1 long ago, like a year and a half ago, and exchanged them into Urgon's shoes with this questline already. And I'm going to show you how to do this with my Kutum Hornbow that I started, but say I want to swap it into a Nuver instead. So let me hop on my horse and meet you over in Tarif. So when you get over to the NPC and talk to them, you will see a bunch of things at the bottom here. You're going to want to click on the main quest option down here at the bottom, and it'll bring up the quest, one exchange per family, whatever you're trying to exchange. So like I said, I already did the shoes and I already did my helmet. I cannot do those again, so the only gear piece that I have left that I've started, but haven't started to upgrade, is the sub-weapon. So if I click on this option here, it'll say, hand over the Kutum and I will give you a Nuver. So if you accept the quest, so if you open up your inventory and take off the piece of gear you want to exchange, talk to the guy again, click on the chat option, you will see the option to exchange the piece of gear. It'll pop up right there. As soon as you do this, there is no going back. So make sure you only click this button if you're 100% sure you want to swap over to that other tree. Now I don't, so I'm going to abandon this quest. And if you abandon the quest, you can still go back and talk to him and start the quest again if you end up changing your mind. But yeah, that's basically it. You just talk to this guy and he gives you the thing. Alright, so that's how you do it, but like, why would you want to do this, or who would want to do this? This is most useful for players who've been around for quite a while, people that have played on season servers over the last few seasons, that have pieces of seasonal gear that they've converted using boss gear coupons, but want to get the other option for it. The biggest three that I can think of off the top of my head would be the Dimtree armor, the Muskin's shoes, and the Gyath helmet. These were the 3 rewards that you obtained from the normal season boss exchange coupons, and they are not the meta picks right now as far as gear progression goes. With regards to the Dimtree Spirit's armor that was awarded from the boss exchange coupons, it cost roughly a couple more billion silver to get to the Fallen God armor tier, which is the next progression path for most players. So by switching this over to Red Nose, it'll save you some money in the long run, although you do lose out on the bonus HP. So that's a decision you have to make and weigh yourself. Is it worth that extra couple billion silver in the long run? Another option is the Muskin's shoes. So you can see I have Urgon's shoes here. If you graduated a season server a while back, you would have gotten Muskin's shoes. Muskin's shoes are the evasion build, and evasion build really doesn't get too good until you're in your super late game scenarios, and most players will opt for the Urgons. So while you're in that intermediate stage of progression, you can use it to get the Urgon shoes by swapping away from the Muskins. And then a similar path, the Griffin's helm provides a bit more DR than the Gyath helm, as well as resistances as opposed to HP, so that might be another one that you want to swap into as you continue to build your character. Now, a bit more niche, if you're going for an evasion build, you can swap out the Beg's gloves for the Lieber's gloves by using the same system, although not many people are going to want to do that, as well as your sub-weapon from the Kutum to the Nuver if you were interested in that as well. So yeah, it's a pretty neat system, lets you swap all those pieces of gear, but that's basically it as far as this video is going to go. So if it's going to help you here in Black Desert, do let me know. I know it's going to help at least some people because I remember telling my guild about it. I know you're watching. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you at the next YouTube video, Twitch live stream, wherever I happen to see ya. Peace.